So we're here at the future release site of the new Black Clover album. We used to have a band.
Dude, wake up! Wake up! Dude!
Yeah!
Black Clover! Yeah!
So,
Buddy!
I'm guessing you guys are fans, huh?
Yeah! Black Clover! Reach in for the purple ball! Reach in for the purple balls! Yeah!
How long have you guys been here?
It's like 4 months.
Looks like you guys have been here a while. 2 months.
We forgot to bring food, and I'm just so happy. I love Black Clover.
Yeah!
Dude,
What? Yeah!
dude, we saw Eddie.
Yeah,
You saw Eddie?
We saw Eddie Generazio. He came in.
Oh wow, when?
We saw him.
We saw
The car pulled up. He got out. Mardi Gras beads.
everywhere. It was a party, man.
And he seemed like such a down-to-earth guy.
Did you guys meet him? Did he sign your autograph? I mean, what?
Well, no.
He didn't get an autograph for you?
No.
No?
But he seemed like
we
such a
saw him.
down-to-earth guy.
We saw him. He walked past us. He was so nice.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Woo!
Good luck.
For the purple ball.
You guys know there's another month before the album release, right?
What?
Another month.
Well, I mean, we're really diehard fans.
yeah.
So we're here. We're gonna
Fuck.
stick it out. Black Clover.
Yeah. Black Clover, shitting on the grass. Love that shit.
It's a fondue party. It's a fondue party.
So we actually happened to catch head publicist for the project and longtime publicist for Black Clover. Is that right, Mr. Generazio?
Yes.
And of course, is this your personal assistant we've been hearing
My
about?
personal assistant, Sam Haywood.
Okay. So what has your work been like trying to release this new album for Black Clover?
Well, let me tell you, it's been 10 years that I've been working on this. Eddie has been extremely difficult as he's been trying to pursue his solo projects in all these different realms that are completely unrelated to Black Clover. You know, it's been kind of difficult to hold him back from leaking a lot of our tracks. He's so caught up in his own fame that he has no idea what we're trying to accomplish here. So it's been pretty good. I mean, aside from trying to keep his mouth shut, I mean, we've been working on this for quite some time. It's been going on 2 years of collecting work and packaging. We put a lot of thought into it, and we're just hoping that it all stays on the down low until the actual release date in December.
So, as things are going, does it look like you're going to be able to meet that release date? There's a lot of anxious fans. We actually saw some camped out front of the studio waiting for this album or even to catch a glimpse of the stars involved. So, what do you think? Is it going to be out in December?
As far as we're concerned, yes it is. And if it isn't, well, you know, those fans can wait another few months. So when it comes down to it, we're trying our hardest in here. We're trying to satisfy the fans, but you know what? They're fans because they love what we do. Isn't that right?
Yes.
They're fans because they love.
We have the best fans in the world.
The best fans in the world. Let me tell you, I'm living in Cloud 9 right here, hanging out with all these guys. And let me tell you, the work is solid. It's a solid work from front to back.
Got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work.
As you can see.
Excuse him. My personal assistant is reviewing statistics on the amount of track leaks that we've had so far with the album, and also he took a while to observe our tour bus.
Yeah, we got the license plates in. We got the tour bus license.
Look for the license plate on the road coming at you guys. But that's really all. I mean, right now I'm looking over Corey Bartos' resume because he can't seem to find a job, and well, hopefully this album will give him a job.
We're hoping so.
So, yeah, well, here we are.
Now, is there any problem in the fact that, you know, the band is no longer together? Is that causing a problem for the recording of this album?
No. The album is entitled "We Used to Have a Band."
Well, I guess that answers it.
They used to have a band. There's no longer a band. They might play music, they might be doing photo shoots and interviews, but they used to have a band. Now that is the integrity of a Black Clover album.
Okay, one more question, and I don't want to get too long-winded here, but there has been word that this new album might redefine how we think about Black Clover as artists. So, are you worried about potentially alienating that solid core Black Clover fan base by releasing music that is listenable and hi-fi and in tune?
Well, let me tell you. Every band has got to make progress. And do we hope to alienate them? Sure, baby! Sure!
Of course we do.
When it comes down to it, the band was founded on not giving a piece of paper over who does what.
Yeah. I mean,
They used to have a band. They no longer have a band. Why am I even a publicist? I don't know.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. It's great talking with you, gentlemen, and we hope to see you around.
Fuck you.
thanks for having us, man.
We're here with Corey Bartos, the executive producer of Black Clover's We Used to Have a Band, and Sam Haywood, the engineer of the album. So, my first question is for you, Corey Bartos. How difficult is it to keep Black Clover organized and on task?
Well, I've been working with Black Clover for several years now, from the club days where, I've had to bail them out of jail, I had to bring a 2x4 into the bar and we had to fight our way out sometimes. But what you have to understand about these guys is while they can be frustrating, they're just an immense creative force that, you just can't really get in the way of that kind of creativity. It's kind of interesting, over the years I've learned to try to control less and the product improves. For example, when we were working on this particular album, there were many times when I wanted to say, guys, that's going to cost too much, that's going to take too much money, we can't spend all this time trying to set that up. I mean, Sam, the engineer over here, he had the worst of it because there'd be times where they'd just want to, in the middle of doing guitars, they'd rearrange the microphones completely.
Yep.
And I'm just thinking about all the money we're wasting. But they say some of the best triumphs come from, the most challenging situations you put yourself into. So I think that's going to be what this album's going to turn out. We've made gold. It's been a challenge, but I think it's a challenge that's going to pay off.
Okay. So my next question is for you, Sam. How difficult is it to keep up with miking these various auxiliary percussions and sounds that Black Clover insists on including into their albums?
Well, it was a challenge. We had to go to Radio Shack about 5 times to buy the most expensive, nicest mics that we could find. We were using paper cups with wires for a little bit to, mic some of the auxiliary percussion, but it just wasn't cutting it. A lot of the lead vocals were recorded with actual drum mics, which sounded pretty bad, but, we, like Corey said, we had to make some expenses, and, we cut our costs, and, it shows.
Well, I think the fascinating thing about it is there were cases where we actually would have the proper technology for what we're trying to do. Like we had our dual cardioid condenser mic. There were a lot of situations where we were thinking, okay, we want a ribbon mic, we want a room mic.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to, toss my ideas out there. But then, of course, the band just derailed us completely. They were saying, actually, we want this song to sound kind of bad. That's what we're going for here. There was one point where, we had this beautiful take, and then Eddie Generazio just, I love the guy, but he decided that they were all going to switch instruments because they wanted to sound less experienced.
Yeah, I remember that. The song Experience.
And then you had to remake everything. We had to readjust the levels.
Yeah. It was a mess. It was a total fiasco. But, at the end of the day, we had a lot of fun. It's all about pleasing the band. They're a very demanding, picky bunch. But, I think this album is a success.
Well,
it's good.
Thank you for your time. And we'll catch up with you as the album begins to near its completion.